My art contest for the damned Frontier Battle Passes has come to an end. What a great ride, guys. Having a different submission appear basically every other day made me so happy. I was always super excited whenever I saw one. I really do appreciate all of you who entered. Thank you, thank you. If I could, I'd make you all win. However, my codes are limited. I did end up getting more than 6, I got 8, so we're gonna have 8 winners that get Battle Pass codes, and the top 3 will get a large gift, and the number 1 winner will get a medium and a small gift on top of that as well. I am going to put every submission in this video. None were disqualified for breaking any rules, but there were a few that ended up being late. Now, rules are rules. I couldn't put them in the running to win, but I can still put their pieces in the video. Now, I do want to at least comment on all of these submissions. I'm going to be relatively quick with it for the sake of time, and I probably will comment on the winners' pieces a bit more. Fair warning, again, I get super excited when it comes to Ember fan art, so I may gush a little, I'm sorry. But before we get started, I want to credit the artist who made the thumbnail art. One of my absolute favorite artists, Gyro. I'm almost positive I'm saying his name wrong, but I've never heard it out loud before. To be clear, this wasn't a submission for the contest. This was something that was specifically made for the thumbnail. It's Ember with Cuddly Moji, my favorite skin in the game, tied with Demonette Maeve. I love how this came out, it is absolutely adorable. Thank you for making this thumbnail art. Anyway, on to the submissions. I'll have any links the artists requested to have in the description below. Also, from this point forward, I'm going unscripted for this. I almost never go unscripted, guys. Let's see how it goes. Alright, so this first one is by Abenuto. I hope I said that right. It's Koga and Ember. Also, I gotta say the text is super sweet, dude. Thank you. But yeah, this is basically Koga and Ember hanging out, talking to me, and Ember got a tattoo of my logo. I wonder how that's gonna look when all of her other tattoos appear. Next is one by Adam. This is basically Demonette Maeve helping Ember get ready for a dance, I believe? And Demonette Maeve is using her blade as a comb. Then there was this one by Amethyst. This is basically all the demons in the game hanging out with Ember. I think the only one that may be missing is like Abyssal Lord Drogos, but I don't know if that really counts, technically. It could, you could make an argument. But anyway, he's super purple. These are all for the most part like red or have some bright color, so it fits better. Really cool to see them all come together. Then there's this one by Aqua Helix. Ember has some hot cocoa or a coffee and is walking around with Moji, and they both look really happy to be in each other's company. Moji's face is so cute. Then there's a few by Christopher. Now, this one, really well drawn and painted, and it has a very different vibe than all the others in the art contest. I'm not gonna lie, it's kinda creepy, but that's what I like about it. That's what makes it feel so different. Look at their eyes. They feel so piercing. And all the gray colors and stuff, it makes it feel really eerie. He also has a colored background version. This one feels a lot less eerie. And then there was another one that is mainly black and white, and it's Ember riding on top of Rom's head. Rom looks super menacing. I would not want to see that in a dark alley. Next is Crow Beats, and this is Maeve teaching Ember how to be a thief. Fun fact, when Ember first left Hell, in order to get new clothes, Ember had to steal them, so Ember has dabbled in this art before, if you'd call thievery an art. Also, nice touch with the graffiti logo. Then there's this one by Cry. This is of Ember and a little Buck. Buck looks so tired, dude. He's like a sleepy little baby that is super cute. Then there's this one by DragonGamingZ. This is of course Ember teasing Pip about Pepper, calling him Pepper. This is how I picture everybody in the comments whenever I call Pip Pepper. Then there's this one by Dwarf in a Jar. This is one of the late ones. I really love it though. I love what Ember's wearing. I love the little bow on her tail. And the whole thing with her, Evie, and Maeve is super cool too. It's like a totem pole of them holding on to like the horns and then the pigtails. I don't know, it seems super happy. It's super cute. I super love it. Then there's this one by Farhan. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. I don't know who made Ember and Moji mad, but they're in for it. These two don't look happy at all. And that is dangerous. Then there's one by Glen Ford. This is Pirate Terminus holding Ember up on his arm. So the vibe this gives me is basically Go ahead, mess with us, you won't. Then there's another one by him too. This is Ember with Cuddly Emoji. Now, I'm not gonna lie, Ember looks pretty disturbed. And I feel like that's because on this skin, Moji's face is very lifeless and kinda creepy to some people. I think it's adorable every time, but some people find, you know, like the static face with the big empty eyes pretty unsettling. Then there's this one by Hakuchamu Arts. I hope I said that right. So Teen Titans, the original, not Go, is what they said was the inspiration for this. Ember is basically Raven, and Rom is Raven's dad, Trigon. If you saw Teen Titans when you were little, you can probably see the resemblance. I thought that was a super cool thing to take inspiration from. Then we have a few by Justin W. This is one with like Ember in her tattoo form with Rom and Moji, very, very cute. Also the best AOC thing, thank you. Then there's this Christmas one with a ton of characters in their baby forms, all getting gifts. Rom is getting his Gatling gun, I think Maeve is getting her daggers. Then there's Moji getting a little baby Polly, and Ember getting her shirt and hoodie. Or that whole thing is a hoodie. Her first ever hoodie maybe. Then he made another one of Ember taking on Androxus. There's a lot going on here. You got Moji and Polly there too, you got Rom over there. There's a ton of stuff. It's a little hard to make out some of the text, but it's still cool regardless. Then there was this one by Spiroblades. Now this one is low-key one of my favorites. I really, really love Maeve and Ember's outfits. They look so good. I really wanted to make this one a winner, but the reason I didn't is because of the interaction. It's basically them standing next to each other. And when you compare it to the other winners later, you probably see why I didn't pick it based on the interaction. However, on the artistic side, I absolutely love it. Like, this was so cool to see pop up in my DMs. So cool. I love anything with the Asian theme. Anything. It's the best to me. And I've always really wanted to see Ember in an outfit like that. Then there's this one by Mark. Now Mark makes some really cute stuff on Twitter. He basically takes all of the characters and makes them into these little like baby chibi versions of themselves. And it is super cool to see Ember as one of those. And this is flat out adorable. Little Io and Ember having ice cream together. Then there's this one by Mr. Ostrich. I can't say that word. It's an animal, I know, I can't say it for the life of me though. Anyway, you have Moji and Ember. They're all having some food. Polly is sleeping down below. It's surprising to see that Polly isn't like a dog in some sense, begging for food. And then Rom, you know, he's there. He's hanging out. He's being the whole like cool tough guy, like, I don't really want to be here. But we all know he secretly does. That's why he's sticking through it. Next we have one by Mystic. This is Ember and Io in the snow riding on Luna. Ember has a heckin' tail mitten, dude. I don't know why that's the thing that sticks out to me the most, but I don't know, I thought that was super cute. The whole thing is super cute without a doubt. This was also one of the late ones, but I still love it. It is so great. This one is by Rosia. It's Ember and Leon. Now, I don't really know what Leon is doing. I don't know if Leon is like... It looks like Leon is like super drunk. I don't know. And obviously Leon put those rings on Ember's horns, and you know, Ember's being a good girl, you know, like smiling, going along with it, not saying anything. And I don't know, it's funny, it's cute. I also love the little hair curl that Ember has, very anime reminiscent. Then there's this one by Tetomatic 9000. This is Ember all geared up for the winter. You know, Ember is from hell, so not very used to the cold. Makes sense that Ember would be super bundled up. And of course, there's also Merrymaker Eevee yelling Christmas with Ember, and Grover there letting them know that it is November. Now, it's not anymore, but it was when this was made. Then there's this one by Stonemarcus. This is Maldamba in his Chancellor skin with Ember. Looks like Ember is meeting his snake for the first time. In case you guys don't know, the snake is a girl, so Ember is correct here with the gender. I know Damba only really has one line where he calls the snake a girl. I also personally wonder what the snake is called, because I know the snake itself is not Wakono, because I don't think he would use his goddess as a weapon and fling her around. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Then the final one before the winners is this one by Yachty. It's Ember and Maeve in some hoodies, and they both have their own graffiti. And honestly, them both having their own hoodies and their own style of graffiti is really cool to me. There's also Rom in the back. I don't really know what Rom is like feeling down about. Maybe he's like, I've been replaced with Maeve. That's my Ember, that's my friend. That's what I'm getting from this. Again, this was another really cute one, and it does have like 2 versions technically. It's mainly the logo on Ember's hoodie being a bit different as far as color goes. But yeah, that is it for the submissions that did not win. Now, you may not have won, but you all did fantastic, and I'm very, very thankful for you entering the contest. You all entering the contest gave it enough support that another one will happen in the future. Now, I don't know when. I do want to put a bit of time in between these art contests, so you won't see it for the next battle pass or anything, but one will come again. Anyway, let's move on to the winners now. Alright, so for the winners, there were 2 main things I took into account when deciding. So one is of course their artistic ability, and the other is how the characters themselves interact. So we're going to go over the first 5 winners who only won battle passes, then we'll go ahead and go over the top 3 that won the gifts as well. Alright, so first we have Ash, and they made Ember and Demonette Maeve having a picnic together. Now this is cool to me because it's like my old pseudo mascot, because I did used to use Demonette Maeve for everything, with my new real mascot Ember. Now the way I always sort of pictured these two like interacting in my head is Maeve being sort of jealous because, you know, Ember is the one who replaced her, but it's cool to see it in a different light with them, you know, hanging out and enjoying each other's company. They look like they're having a good time. I could totally see Demonette Maeve getting Ember to come in the first place because of food, and then, you know, Maeve winning Ember over. I think it is really cool to see them get along. Then next we have DanTheBros. Now he made multiple different pieces. I'm gonna put them all together, but the one that won was this one. This is of Ember and Rom fighting it out. Now if you read any of the little pieces of lore on Ember's character reference thing, you know Ember does not like her own kind, because demons are normally pretty terrible people, and Rom, as cool as he is a terrible person who kills and slaughters people for fun. So this is closer to a more realistic example of how Ember and Rom would interact. Ember would not really like the idea of this big demon guy running around killing people. Now I do want to point out that I didn't give him the win because it's a more realistic interpretation of how they would interact, because I really do also like the art I've seen of them being friends. Inside, I love the idea of Ember and my favorite character Rom getting along. But anyway, I also like how he used the Psycho Ember outfit. If you haven't seen my Borderlands 3 videos, then you don't know about this outfit, because this was an outfit I made for her for the outro for my Borderlands 3 videos. Like you guys on the Paladins side get the graffiti wall, then for Borderlands 3, Ember gets the Psycho outfit with a more bloodied wall. The text is blood, basically. But yeah, I thought this was really cool. I also think Rom sort of like ulting beneath her is a really nice touch. And then, you know, like Ember doesn't care. This is also one of the few to use one of her tattoo forms. And that's also really cool to see. He did make others, of course, and these are more on the cutesy side, and I really, really love them. They're not colored, but they're, again, super adorable. So this one is Tyra showing Ember how to use a gun. You know, Ember uses her fists more, you know, never really uses weapons for the most part. So her using a gun is definitely a new experience for her. And Tyra, look at Tyra. Tyra looks so proud that Ember is firing the gun without problems. And Ember, look at her face. That is so cute. I love how this guy draws stuff. It's so adorable. I cannot get over it. Then there's this one with Koga and Ember. Again, I really love the whole Asian aesthetic, so Ember in this ninja outfit is really cool to me. There's another part of it where it's Koga, and he's putting Ember through some training, but Ember can't use her tattoo forms. And that makes it really hard on Ember. You can see Ember totally struggling. I love everything about this. Poor Ember, but again, it's all super cute, and then Ember gets to finally have a rest at the end. But yeah, all of these, I absolutely love them. You did great. Then there's this one from McQueen. So basically, Evie got Ember ice cream, Ember attempted to eat it too fast, and now Evie is laughing at her because that was Evie's plan all along. Keep in mind, guys, the human world is still very new to Ember, so all this food out there, especially ice cream that you'll never find in hell, is something that Ember is very eager to get her hands on, so it makes perfect sense that Ember would want to scarf it down, and this of course leads her to her first brain freeze. I gotta say, I really love that Eevee is basically losing it with laughter. And to me, the text above her head like makes it even better. There is also another version with a background and no text, but I think I like the text one better. Not gonna lie. Then there's this one by Lenny. We have Barrick, Talus, and Ember in the aftermath of them attempting to build something. Obviously, it exploded. And hey, no one's even mad about it. They're all laughing, having a good time. It is so wholesome, and that's why I love it. I also really love the small detail of Ember's horn being on fire, and Ember doesn't care. Because of course, why would a demon care about being on fire? Like, let's be real. Then there's this one by Star. But yeah, this is Willow and Ember, so obviously, you know, Ember can't fly. In her tattoo forms, Ember can jump really high, but can't fly, so Willow is helping her out and giving her the experience of flying, and they both look super happy to be doing this. Again, another new experience for Ember. Also, I always love how Star makes eyes. They're so big and adorable. I love them so much. This one personally also reminds me of Woody and Buzz Lightyear, because I remember a scene where Buzz was gliding and he was holding Woody, you know, basically falling with style, but still flying technically. But yeah, that's it for those 5. Congrats, you guys. There are 2 of you who haven't responded to my emails about the battle passes though, so please go look at that and get the battle pass codes. I'm pretty positive they expire on the 20th of next month, so you still have a lot of time, but I would really like to get it to you guys as soon as possible. Alright, now we're moving on to the top 3. This one right here is by Nathan, and this one is really special. I think it's pretty easy to see why. This is a physical piece of art. This dude sculpted this with his own 2 hands. Look at that, man. It's Rom and Ember sitting at a campfire having some hot cocoa. This is great. I lost it when I saw this. I couldn't believe somebody made something physical like this for the art contest. That's crazy to me. And it came out great too. Look at all the details. Look at all the stuff on Rom and then Ember. Ember's hood. Look at the fuzz detail. That's great, dude. That's crazy. Very well done. Superb work, dude. You definitely earned your spot here. Then there's second place from Goatink. Goatink has drawn Ember before and it always comes out phenomenal, and this time is no exception. Here you have Ember with Maeve and Eevee, as well as some plushies of Rom and Moji. Also a familiar little owl from Twitter if you guys follow that artist. So basically he said all the troublemakers were together and hanging out. And yeah, I would totally agree. Look, there's even graffiti on the wall. You got the Pepper for Life thing, that's probably one of the bigger memes on my channel. And then you have the whole J Flowo. If you guys don't know the story behind that, there was a point in my Discord where everyone basically kept typing my name out in a different weird way. Then I posted that on Twitter, and then Gyro made fan art of it, of Ember graffitiing all that on the walls. And I'm pretty positive the whole thing with Ember using graffiti came from that piece of art. So now of course the graffiti and the random names are common things. I can't say I'm upset about it. But yeah, this art is great. There is a ton going on here. I do wonder why Cuddly Moji has like these weird fiery demon eyes. I guess maybe she isn't too happy about Ember putting her foot on her. That's all I could personally think of. But yeah, this is great. This is amazing. This made my day when I saw it. Thank you, Goat. Congrats on second place. Then we have first place by Marshallow. Now you may have seen this art already on Twitter, or if you were looking at the Tigron's Tail patch preview, you may have seen it at the start when they were cycling through fan art. This was on there. Anyway though, like the last one, this one has a ton going on. You have several different characters here. You have Ember meditating with Inara, apparently to prepare for some training with Makoa, who is also meditating over the lake. Then you have Grover looking down at Moji in his hand, and then by his other hand, there's Poli in the water. And then way at the top left, by the mountain, there is Eevee, who appears to have frozen the mountain over. Now I'm pretty positive that's all the characters. I don't think I missed any unless they're super well hidden. Now I really love this. This is super deserving of first place. I love how it's drawn, I love how it's colored, I love all the lighting effects, it all looks super good. Some of you may be wondering why Grover is so big, but keep in mind if you look at Grover's splash art, there is a little man by his arm. And I'm pretty positive that man is normal sized. So Grover in the lore is supposed to be way bigger. But yeah, this is great. I can tell he worked really hard on it, and I'm happy to give him the first place win. Thank you so much. Alright, so that's it. That's all of the submissions that I received. If yours is missing from this video, I'm sorry, but it seems like I didn't receive it. Anyway though, I want to thank you all one more time for submitting your art pieces. Again, we will have another contest sometime in the future. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I want to thank you all for watching. I very much appreciate it, and I'm gonna see you guys later. Bye.